Hey everyone, it's Epoch here with a roundup video of all of the news from the last 4 months concerning Amazon's long in development God of War television series. On December 1st, 2025, Deadline reported that Emmy Award-winning director Frederick E. Otoye has signed on to direct the first 2 episodes of the series, which is now confirmed to have a 2-season order. On January 14th, it was confirmed by Deadline that Ryan Hurst has joined the cast in the lead role of Kratos. Kratos made his debut in God of War, released on the PlayStation 2 in 2005. He was a soldier who led vast armies in service of his homeland of Sparta. He made a deal with the Greek god Ares, where he traded his soul in exchange for being victorious in battle. He went on to vanquish mortals, creatures and other gods with his newfound abilities. A couple of days later, on January 16th, Deadline reported that Teresa Palmer has joined the cast as Sif, the wife of Thor, also known as Phoebe. The God of War version of Sif first appeared in God of War Ragnarok, first released on the PlayStation 4 and 5 in 2022. A golden-haired Norse goddess who was the wife of Thor. It was then reported on January 21st that Max Parker has joined the cast as Norse god Heimdall. The God of War version of Heimdall also made his debut in God of War Ragnarok, released on the PlayStation 4 and 5 in 2022. The Watchman of Asgard and the Herald of Ragnarok, who has the power of foresight. Next, on January 29th, Deadline revealed that Olafur Darri Olafsson has joined the God of War cast in the role of Thor. The God of War version of Thor made his debut in God of War, released in 2018 on the PlayStation 4. He is described as the God of Thunder, a mountain of a man who has weathered many a battle in his time, but whose actions in a war fought long ago now haunt his waking hours. Thor is now but a shadow of his former self, as he drowns himself in alcohol and tries not to think of the price he paid. Keeping his wife and children at arm's length has only deepened his isolation, but the power of the God of Thunder is still there just beneath the surface. On the same day, Deadline also reported that Mandy Patinkin has joined the cast in the role of Norse god Odin. The God of War version of Odin first appeared in God of War Ragnarok, released on the PlayStation 4 and 5 in 2022. The Allfather Odin is described as the most powerful Aesir god, a patriarch who leads with an iron fist, and is an unrivaled seeker of knowledge. When it comes to seeking out prophecy, Odin is paranoid, manipulative and dangerous. He will do anything to try and prevent Ragnarok. The following day, on January 30th, it was revealed that Alistair Duncan, reprising his role from the game, Jeff Bulka and Danny Woodburn have all joined the cast as the characters Mimir, Sindri and Brock respectively. The God of War version of Mimir debuted in God of War, released on the PlayStation 4 in 2018. He is a cheeky fellow from the Celtic lands who is the self-proclaimed smartest man in the world. He served as an advisor to Odin, who ultimately banished Mimir to confinement in the trunk of a tree. In the wake of his banishment, he seeks atonement for the terrible deeds he committed in the Allfather's name. Sindri and Brock also first appeared in God of War, released in 2018 on the PlayStation 4. They are two famous dwarf blacksmiths who were responsible for making such legendary weapons as Thor's hammer Mjolnir. On February 9th, the news broke that Callum Vinson has joined the God of War cast as Atreus. Atreus also made his debut in God of War, released on the PS4 in 2018. He is the son of Kratos and the giant Frey, and is described as an accomplished archer who has an affinity for animals and is intensely curious. After his mother's death, Atreus is left with a cold, distant father who he barely knows and who knows little about him in return. Nevertheless, he yearns for his father's approval and is desperate to prove he is strong enough to survive in a harsh, dangerous world. On February 24th, it was then confirmed that Ed Skrein has joined the cast as the Norse god Baldur. The God of War version of Baldur also debuted in God of War, released on the PS4 in 2018. He is described as Odin's youngest son, but his father's most dangerous weapon. Charismatic, unpredictable, and armed with a razor-sharp tongue, Baldur lives by his own rules. As a boy, Baldur was cursed, which denied him the ability to feel pleasure and physical sensation. Above all else, he longs for an opponent that can truly match his prowess in battle, an opponent that can finally make him feel something. On February 27th, a still was released of the upcoming series, giving fans their first look of Ryan Hurst as Kratos and Callum Vinson as Atreus respectively. On March 2nd, the news broke that Lewis Cunningham, Ben Chappell, Evelyn Miller and Island Austin have all joined the cast in the recurring roles of Modi, Magni, Nia and Thrud respectively. Modi, Magni and Thrud are the children of Thor and Sif, and made their God of War debuts in God of War Ragnarok, released on the PS4 and 5 in 2022. Magni is the oldest son who yields the power of lightning using a sword rather than a hammer. Likewise, his brother Modi, the middle child, uses a mace and shield whilst harnessing the power of lightning. Thrud is the youngest child and only daughter who dreams of being a Valkyrie. The God of War version of Gna also debuted in God of War Ragnarok, released in 2022 on the PS4 and 5. She was the Mistress of the Wind, a Valkyrie who became Queen of the Valkyries. On March 26, it was revealed that Sonya Wagner has joined the God of War cast as Freya. Freya made her God of War debut in God of War, released on the PS4 in 2018. She is a Vanir goddess and princess who practices powerful ancient magic. She is strong, insightful, and full of regrets. After her unhappy marriage to Odin, she was exiled to Midgard and later became the mother of Atreus. So let me know in the comments below, will you be checking out the God of War series when it releases? What are your thoughts on the casting choices? If you enjoyed this video, then please hit that like and subscribe button and don't forget to share it with your fellow God of War fans. Thanks for watching.